Hi farm friends, Darlene here with your week 3 farm share. We've got some new produce coming in. It's so exciting. We're really in this shift of change of seasons. We had some warm days early this week. And now we've got spring again. So some of the crops are kind of like, what do we do? We've seen some lettuce start to bolt, which means it's like, okay, I'm done growing. I'm gonna put seeds off and reproduce and leave for the next round. So lots of shifts in the garden this week, but lots of good stuff coming in. We've got green beans getting really close, broccoli, cauliflower getting even closer, and some of our new produce this week. So I have the first one. We're rotating some of the items through just because they're not all ripe and ready to harvest at the same time. So I have a list of rotating items to make sure everybody gets a share of those items. So this week it rotated in between beets, if you hadn't received beets yet, kohlrabi, which are these guys here. So kohlrabi means turnip, cabbage, and that is how it's used. You can use the greens, you can use them as cabbage, you can saute them, you can cook them down, you can throw them in a soup. We love egg roll in a bowl, which might actually become a favorite of yours as you get into the farm share season. Egg roll in a bowl allows you to use everything at once and throw it into a pan. It's really great with our ground pork, so the breakfast sausage, which is our salt, pepper, and sage breakfast sausage. So this is the kohlrabi. You use the greens. It can be eaten raw or cooked. We use them in place of cucumbers in like a marinated cucumber salad, or we've also used them in mashed potatoes in place of a mashed potato. So many options. Roasted, they're great. I do have a video, I believe, on my YouTube channel that shows how to peel the kohlrabi. So you can watch that if you did get these. So many people, these bring back like memories of their grandparents too. So we hope that you find these as exciting as we do. The other item, if you didn't get kohlrabi this week, are our famous sugar snap peas. These are amazing. If you have not had sugar snap peas, you're going to grab them at the top end, break that off, and pull the string down the front. Depending on the maturity of it, sometimes the string will pull off the back at the same time. And then you eat the whole thing, pod and seed peas. So make sure to not shell them because the whole thing is good. These are really farm candy. We've not found anybody who doesn't love them. We have microgreens this week, and I talked about some of the plants not liking the heat and bolting. So what we did is we added some of the buds and blossoms off of the mustard plant. These are going to be so pretty on your food, but also a lot of spice. So on top of tacos or avocado toast, a salad, whatever is great. So they were just too pretty and tasty to pass up. Otherwise, in your microgreen mix, you have sugar snap peas, sunflower micros, which are going to be there's 2 leaves on the sunflower micros, and they're almost like a succulent. Those are going to have a nice nutty flavor. You have broccoli and radish in your mix this week. You have radishes. I will tell you will not have radishes this next week. So if you're like, Darlene, no more radishes, don't worry, the end is in sight for a little while. So you have purple and red radishes. You have our sweet salad turnips. Again, make sure you're using the greens. And if you need any other creative ways to use them other than raw, hummus, soups, roasted, mashed potatoes, let me know. This week we have our signature greens mix. In this one we've got the purple frilly mustard, the mizuna, the arugula, we've got kale, and 6 different types of lettuce. So that will be in your greens mix this week. We have kale bundles. So these are the larger pieces of kale. You may have a couple different colors. This bundle actually has 3 different types. It's got some lacinato, some curly, and then I believe this is like a dragon kale. All of our kale we really do harvest at a pretty young age. So even these, I don't stem them. When the recipes talk about stemming your kale, they're talking about kale that's this big. Even this kale is going to be really tender. So you would just, if you want to use kale chips, just cut them off right where the leaf ends. And I would leave that stem in there. I would not take them off. This sometimes is baby considering some of the stuff you can get in the store, and to me, which is really too big. So these are gonna be still tender, tasty, perfect for a breakfast quiche. Kale quiche with sausage is amazing. So you can just store those in your airtight container. Leave them in the bag they came in. The last thing we have in Farm Share this week is your romaine lettuce head, your little gem romaine. You'll have a mix of purple and green in there. And I think that's it. So the last thing is your garlic scapes you have. So these are gonna be in your little white bag. They are, let's see here, the seed head of garlic. So one more reiteration of that bolting phase when plants try to put off their seed head. So this is like a condensed garlic that you have. This starts to grow out of the plant. This is in the plant, and then this starts to grow out. When it grows out in curls, we go in and yank it out, and then this would become a beautiful big ball of white flowers that would be the seed head of garlic. We pull that out, so then we have the scape, which makes an amazing garlic scape pesto, or you can just chop it from tail to tip and put it in your recipes and saute it. But if the plant had to create and continue to form this big, beautiful seed head, all of that energy would come to this focus. We want that energy to go down and focus into actually creating a nice bulb of garlic in the ground. So the thought is you pull this out, no longer make this an energy source for the plant, so the plant can really focus on creating a beautiful bulb of garlic. So this is the first way you'll have it, and then the next way this year is the dried garlic. So any questions, let me know. Eat well, friends. Bye.